Whether you own or rent, decorating can be frustrating and confusing for many people. We asked you to submit your photographs to take a room from drab to fab. And now we have a winner. So we're going to meet him and you're going to learn all these great secrets that you can apply in your home. It's the Dream Room Makeover. Hello everyone, I'm Mark Jennings and welcome to Dream Room Makeover. Now we're here in South Windsor to meet Tom, our winner, and I'm so excited to get to talk to him and to finally see the space.
Welcome, Mar. I need your help.
Well, I'm so excited to work with you. Let's get started. Okay, Tom, this is pretty bad. How is it possible that this is actually worse than the photograph?
I know it is pretty bad.
Okay, let's grab a seat and I will sit in the infamous chair that you have here. All right, so tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, you know, I'm a single guy. I just got the place about 8 months ago. The only thing is, I have absolutely no idea how to decorate.
Well, that's okay. That's where I can help. Now, tell me a little bit about what you do for a living.
Well, I work for a consulting company, and I'm an actuarial analyst.
All right, so you're dealing with numbers all the time.
Yep.
Do you have a favorite color?
It's green is my favorite color.
Green. Okay, that might be tough, but we will try to work that in. I've asked you to kind of tell me a little bit about your personality, and I said to you, pick 3 things in your environment that represents your personality. Have you done that?
I did.
Okay, so share that with me.
All right, well, here's the first item.
Okay, I wasn't expecting this. What's this about?
Well, I'm young, I have a bunch of friends, I love having them over, hanging out. In the beginning of the summer, I had a lobster-themed party, so that's where this is from.
Well, this is great. What this tells me is that you're playful and that you want a space that can accommodate all your friends as well.
This is something I painted a while ago.
Oh, not bad. Very modern.
Yeah, I really like modern art. This is probably, you know, shows what my style is like.
So this is a good vibe for me as to what I can pull out of this. Yep. This is very helpful, so okay. And the third item?
The last item is one of my favorite photos. Me and my roommate from college.
There's that color green, and it's playful again, and apparently your friends, that's an important component as well. So, are you totally confident that I can help you with this transformation?
Absolutely, you're the expert.
Okay, great. So this space is going to be totally a dream room makeover, and it's also going to be a dream come true. Thanks so much. It's going to be great. Tim Freeland from Freeland Brothers Construction is a member of the Home Builders Association of Hartford County. Now, Tim, why is it so important to have a general contractor?
Well, we coordinate the job for you, we take the stress out of it for you, and also we have the resources to bring in designers, subcontractors, suppliers to get the job done. And the HBA is a great resource for the homeowners to go to because it brings the best of the best together, and they can find people like myself from the HBA.
So you're the man for the job, so let's start with the seating area right over here. Tim, you might remember the iconic lamp and chair. This, as the designer, I am removing right away. But what I need you to do is that he has the right idea in this space to sit and read. So I'm going to recreate that same feeling. So it's the library that we're going to do in this little nook here. How about some wonderful chair rails?
That's a great idea. We can even maybe carry that all the way out throughout the whole room, and below it we can put some shadow boxing.
Great idea. Tim, unlike Scarlett O'Hara, we are not going to make a dress out of the curtains, okay? We're removing them. We have 4 great windows that appear to be one big window. What I want you to do is I want you to frame them out so we can kind of highlight each individual window in a big way.
Mar, we can add some trim to this mullion, build it out so that each shade can be mounted individually, and I think that's what you're looking for.
Perfect. Let's talk about the wall unit. Okay, Tim, this is going to be a major focal point. I want to do an entertainment center here, and I need you to help me with that.
All I need to know is where the TV is going to go so I can get the electricity up to it, and what are we going to do with this radiator?
Well, this is what's so wonderful about it. I'm going to have the unit suspended, so you don't even have to do anything here.
Perfect.
Okay, let's talk about some pillars over here. The transitional space between the living room and the dining room, I'm thinking of doing some wonderful columns.
Columns are a great idea because they help to divide one space from another.
Now, do you think what we could do, instead of taking some valuable floor space, how about if we build them right into the wall?
Yes, that's another great idea.
Okay, so now that we have that transition, let's look into the dining room. Okay, Tim, the chandelier is not going to stay. We're getting rid of that.
I couldn't agree with you more, Mar.
Okay, so what we're focusing on in this room is that I want to do some great crown molding, and I also want to take the same chair rail and bring it into this space as well.
And I think we should continue the shadow boxing into this room also.
Great idea.
What's a homeowner like?
Well, you know, he's young. This is the first time he's had a home of his own. He likes to entertain, so I thought there would be a great way to give him a nice modern twist to his environment, but keep it fun. So that's why I'm going to IKEA to get all the shopping done. Hi, Dale.
Hi, Laura. Welcome to IKEA.
It's
Nice to see you.
So great to be here.
You ready to get started? We have a lot to do.
Dale, this wall unit will serve as great inspiration for the accent wall in the living room.
That's our besto, and it's great for media storage, so we'll head to that after we hit living rooms first for some seating.
What's wonderful about coming to IKEA is that the spaces are already designed many times for you, so it lends itself for a wonderful inspiration.
I agree. What do you like best about this room?
Well, this sofa is a total home run because it is rather masculine, but it's also modern, and that's the edge we're looking for in the space. Dale, I love this chair because it has very clean lines and it's also very fun and playful.
I love it too, and 2 of these will be great for his space when he has his parties. You can move them around and create lots of extra seating.
I'm gonna need it in this fabric though.
That's not a problem. You can customize it to any of the fabrics that we have.
All right, now we need ottomans.
All right, they're right over here. Let's go.
I found the perfect ottoman. Dale, I'm gonna need a cart.
I know that you were really inspired by the lobby media unit.
Absolutely.
Well, this is where we can make that happen. This is our Besta studio, and this is all modular. So you choose your frame, your interior fittings, your door panel styles, everything to customize it to your needs.
So how do I do it?
It's really easy. There's a planning station here, and we always can help you if you need it, or you can do it online at IKEA.com.
I decided to go with a dark color flooring, and the reason why I chose dark is because the room is flooded with light. Anytime you have a room that has a great deal of light, you can afford to go dark. So that's exactly what I did here. No transformation would be complete without new flooring of some type, and we have Merlin here from Mashad Flooring. And tell me a little bit about your company, because I had such a great time when I came to visit you. You have so many wonderful things to select.
Well, actually, the company is currently owned by my wife. She's a second generation owner of the company. Her parents started it about 50 years ago. Her father was a Canadian immigrant who started out installing hardwood floors and just kind of went from there. We have here's my stepson, Mitchell. He's actually the 3rd generation. We hope that he'll take over at some point.
You have such great merchandise and so much variety. And I think what's so wonderful is that from the moment I walked in, from selecting all the way to installation, everyone's been on hand and so cooperative, and we can't do a transformation without some great flooring. And not only are you doing the flooring, but they're also doing the carpeting as well. So
yeah, we have 3 area recs coming in at the end of the week, and they're gonna look great against this floor.
Okay, well thank you so much.
No problem.
What a great job, and you just wait till you see this transformation.
One of the things Mara wants done on this project is to replace the front door unit, and we have Bernie from Power Home Remodeling Group, and he's going to start by taking the old door out. He's going to dismantle the storm door and then pull the whole door unit out, frame and all, and replace it with a new one.
This is a great opportunity to remember that you were here doing a special project. So I'm going to write here, Dream Room Makeover. So tell me a little bit about the door and the installation that takes place when installing a new door.
Well, basically what I've done is I prepped the door. First thing you want to do is make sure that the product you brought here is going to fit. You get the prep done and ready for the old door to go out and the new door to come in.
And it does fit, right?
It does fit. I confirmed that
Okay,
first.
okay, that's
It's
good,
gonna fit,
right?
yeah.
So once we get the door in, it's all really about having it just completely fit into the space, and then we do all the finish work, right? I decided to go with a complete glass door and a glass side panel. Now, what's wonderful about this is because the foyer is so dark, this will allow plenty of light to flood that space. Now, I'm also going to frost the door and the side panel. Now, by frosting it, I'll still allow the light to come through, but give a little privacy as well. Now, I'm also going to cut out the numbers for the house. That way he can see any guests coming to the door. I've selected 3 bold colors for the space, and my friends from Franklin Painting are here to start prepping and painting. I have 3 zones: the nook, the living room, and the dining room. You guys ready to go? Let's go! Let's make it happen. Pick a color. Colors of a variety of shades are still colors, so work with a palette that fits your overall look and feel. For example, cool colors are perfect for minimal designs with great natural lighting. Darker colors add drama but can overwhelm a space. So if it's done to that extreme, consider using a cool shade combined with a bold accent color. This allows you to focus on one wall as the core part of the room. Now, accent walls should always be freestanding and separate from any other room.
Dream Room Makeover is sponsored in part by the Home Builders Association of Hartford County, IKEA New Haven, and PC Richard & Son. Dream Room Makeover is sponsored in part by Franklin Painting, Power Home Remodeling Group, and Connecticut Basement Systems Dr. Energy.
I love to paint, and along the way I've learned a couple great tips. Here's one for you. How do you stay clean and not be wasteful? Well, when you open up your can of paint, what you will notice is that there's a well that follows the entire top of the paint can. What you're going to need is a nail and a hammer. Well, you're going to punch a couple holes. By popping a couple holes along the paint can, that will get the paint to pour back into the can and not over the side. Wow, this is really coming together. What a transformation. Now, the flooring was installed, we have the painting that has begun, and the carpentry detail is just superb. And speaking of that, you have to love these columns. They're so perfect for the space because they're nice and substantial, but they take absolutely no real estate in the room. I think Tom's gonna love this. Ever since I've been a little boy, I've been designing spaces, and I've come up with the philosophy of 4 tiers of interest to make any space a really wonderful space to be in. The first tier is what I've done here, is I've focused on a dark ebony floor. You can also achieve that same look with wonderful throw carpets. The next tier is your second tier, and that can come by the way of furnishings. Furnishings are wonderful because it brings your eye up. In this room, I'm doing both. I've added a chair rail, some wonderful shadow boxes. Now, your third tier comes by the way of window treatments or windows. Views are a great way to highlight the outdoors inside. Also, artwork. Always hang it at eye level. Your fourth tier is crown molding or even recessed lighting. Those 4 tiers are a recipe for a successful, great designed room. Now, Tim's been working on some wonderful trim. Tim, you've been all over this space. Tell me a little bit about your company and what you focus on.
We're a residential remodeling company, and we're focused on the homeowner and making their dreams come true.
When it comes to general contractor, what do we need to know? Are there 3 important things we need to know?
Well, first you should get referrals from someone you trust. Secondly, check references. Make sure you check the references you were given. And third, make it easy on yourself so you can go right to the Home Builders Association and make sure that the contractor is a member.
Okay, well that's important to know. Well, I think you're doing an amazing job. I'm so glad you're on this project.
Thanks very much, Mark.
I'm all about repurpose, reuse, and redesign. And I have here Courtney from Reckless Glamour, who's doing just that with a hutch I found in the office. This is gonna look great, Courtney.
Thanks, Mar.
So tell me a little bit about what's happening right now.
Sure, well, after looking at your design plan, your overall idea, what I'm doing is taking an existing piece of furniture and we're gonna heavily distress it. So in order to do that, we're first gonna paint it, and then we're gonna sand it and work on it and make it look really old and worn, but also with a fresh update.
And that's your specialty, right?
It is.
So it looks like you have a lot of work to do, so I'm gonna let you get right to it.
Great, thank you.
Important details of a makeover aren't even seen, so I've asked my friends from Connecticut Basement Systems and Dr. Energy Saver, Larry, to talk a little bit about what Tom can expect.
You can expect lower fuel and electric bills and a more comfortable home, warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer.
So your company is focusing on what? Just checkups first and then kind of get in there and assess it?
What we do is go in and evaluate the entire house for people and find out what are the most important priorities to make the house more comfortable and to lower the cost of home ownership by bringing down the fuel and electric costs.
And you do that both in the attic and the basement?
Yeah, we have an ABC priority to making a house more energy efficient. A, attic, that's the most important place to work in first, and then B, the basement, and then C is the conditioned space in the middle. So we're gonna focus in on the attic in this house. Complete home energy evaluation, and we wanna identify the priorities. Warm air is buoyant, it rises and it leaks out of the top of the house. So what we want to do is keep more of the air that we paid to heat and cool in the house longer by air sealing the attic.
How do you design and where do you start? I always begin with finding the beauty in every room. Now, beauty is in just about every space, but it's up to you to be able to see the beauty. Here, Tom has some wonderful high ceilings, some great light, and an open floor concept. Begin with a plan, have a budget, and create zones to maximize your space. Measure twice and always be flexible.
Dream Room Makeover is sponsored in part by Michaud Flooring, Thrifty Treasures, Kellner's Window Gallery, and National Paint and Wallpaper. Dream Room Makeover is sponsored in part by Freeland Brothers Construction, Big Y World Class Markets, and Premier Limousine.
Color, texture, and light. I find great inspiration from Mother Earth. Here's a perfect example how this bark is great inspiration for the overall design by picking up these colors. Now, tones on tones provide great texture and adds wonderful layers. Let there be light. Embrace windows as a wonderful focal point. And use color to enhance fabric and to also highlight wood details. With Tim's help, we're gonna put this window treatment to rest for good. It's like a wedding dress. Now that the window treatments are completely gone, you can really appreciate the view and the great windows. We're gonna maximize that with brand new window treatments. We're finishing up on all the paint, and now we're doing all the little finishing touches. But the window treatments are done, and boy, do they look spectacular. I have to thank my friends at Kellner's Window Gallery and National Paint and Wallpaper for providing all the Hunter Douglas window treatments. Now, IKEA's here, and they're doing the entertainment center because I went to PC Richard to get everything that I needed. Check it out. Any well-designed room is going to require some new electronics. So my friends here at PC Richard & Son are going to help me stay under a $2,000 budget. Pat, great to see you.
Good to see you also, Mar.
All right, so with the help of IKEA, I've designed a wonderful wall unit that's going to play a major focal point in this space. And I need a 55-inch television. So do you think you can help me with that?
Absolutely, we have a great selection. Ma, I think we got the perfect television set for you. This is a 55-inch Toshiba LCD TV.
Perfect.
Being that it's LCD, you're not going to get the reflection from the window in the living room there. It's got a nice matte finish, no matter if it's day or night. Beautiful picture anytime.
Tom's going to love that.
The IKEA wall unit, you said you wanted to mount it against that back wall.
Yes.
we have a generations mount, and this is the device that will allow you to attach it to that wall.
Okay, how we're doing with the budget?
We're doing great on the budget, and I think you're going to need some audio to go along with this TV.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's take a look.
A Blu-ray home theater system, Pat?
This is not just a Sony Blu-ray home theater system, Mark. This unit here allows you to connect to the internet, where you can watch Netflix, you can listen to Pandora, you can now stream your YouTube videos. This is a high-end system that will allow Tom to connect directly and get all the entertainment that he deserves.
All right, so I'm done with my budget, right?
Oh no, I still have a surprise for you here. Let's take a look.
I love PC Richard.
How about a beautiful 15-inch compact laptop computer? Imagine Tom sitting there in that new seating area that you designed, surfing the internet, watching that new 55-inch Toshiba TV while listening to his Sony Blu-ray player.
Tom's going to totally love that.
He certainly will.
Now, I must have completely blown through my budget, Pat.
We still have a few $100s left. Let's continue shopping.
Well, I think I'm all set with all my electronics, but I think if I could get some cash, maybe?
Cash? How about a gift card for the balance?
I think that's a great idea, and I'll give it to him when I do the reveal. So I'm gonna see you guys at the installation, right?
You'll see us there.
Okay, this is all coming together. Now we're frosting the glass here, and the reason why we're doing that is because that's going to allow Tom to have the best of both worlds. It'll give him some much needed privacy, but it will also fill the foyer with some great natural light. I've cut out the numbers of his home, that way he can peek through and see anyone that arrives at his front door. Now that we're all done, it's time for Tom to take a look. So I sent over Premier Limousine to his office to pick him up. So, Tom's in the limo, and I've been busy here. I've created my signature cocktail, and I've also gone shopping at Big Y. And boy, did I save money. I used some gold coins, and when I was done, I even got some more coins for the next time so I can save even more money. So what I've done is I'm using a cutting board, you know, the common one that you would find in your kitchen, as a serving tray. What's wonderful about this is that I can incorporate a wonderful cheese spread right on top. Now, I've also bought a wonderful French baguette, and Big Y has the best extra virgin olive oil. I've added some sea salt for a wonderful dipping sauce. So soon, friends, family, and our partners will arrive, and Tom will finally see the reveal. I just can't wait. Can you believe it? This is the same space. I'm just finishing up some last-minute details before Tom gets home. But before he does, let me show you what I've done. Let's begin with the major focal point of the room. The IKEA wall unit has plenty of storage, and of course, it comes complete with a tuck-away bar. PC Richard and Son totally hooked Tom up with an entertainment system that completely rocks. You have to love a 55-inch high-definition TV. Take a look at the fabulous new floor and carpets. They totally make the room look rich and inviting. The once dining room that nobody dared to dine in has officially become the dining room, worthy of Tom's guests. The custom plantation shutters offer clean lines that are perfect for a modern space. The room really came together with all the great accessories from Thrifty Treasures thrift shop in Vernon. They totally highlight Tom's playful personality. When designing a space, it's important to mix antiques and vintage items with new and modern pieces to create a look that is truly unique. So Tom, what do you think? A big improvement, right?
Yeah, this is unbelievable. I couldn't have done it without you and the vendors. Thanks so much.
And there you have it. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye, everyone.